Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Liam from Calisthenics, and today I'm here with you to show you like some exercises that I did when I was the absolute beginner. So we're just gonna go ahead and go straight into the video, like no fancy nada. So the first exercise I got, like for an absolute beginner, which I was actually, is the push-up negative, right? So look, I got four exercises written on a piece of paper. We're about to go over them right now. So push-up negative, right? You literally just, like, in order to get that flawless, like effortless looking reps, you really have to let your body like adapt to the weight of like your own body, right? So in other words, your strength in calisthenics is relative to your body weight. So with that being said, like the more you can control your body going down is like the more effortless your reps will become. And when you perform clean reps, like you're just gonna have more strength in the long run. So once you get comfortable with this and you can hold it for some time, you'll notice when you attempt push-ups, like they'll just turn out so much better, right? So the next exercise that I used to get into calisthenics is just the full plank, right? So the idea with the full plank is just getting your body like used to what you want to do, like especially like with wrists, like mobility kind of thing, is you want to make sure your hands get used to like the amount of weight that you're putting on them. Because I noticed like a lot of people, like after maybe some push-ups, like 10 or so, like their wrists will start hurting. And that's just because they're not used to their own body weight being on their hands and on their wrists. So we're just gonna go ahead and hop into it. Full plank, right? Just like in a push-up position, you're gonna start up like that. And then I think it's important like to have a slight lean forward, because I really do think the slight lean forward really puts some like just the right amount of load onto your wrists, and I think it accelerates the process of you getting used to your body quicker. So not to mention, like, this is how I perform my push-ups, like with a slight lean forward, because as you progress later in the calisthenics, like you start doing some harder things, like you'll have to lean forward more, and it just kind of feels like it conditions my control much better than if I were to just do like shoulders at the wrist, right? I like to have my shoulders over my wrists. Cool. So once you get used to that, you can hold that for some time. That's gonna be even better for you in the long run. So look, we have clean push-ups and we have control, right? So next we want to go for the dynamic half plank. So what I mean by that is you'll get into your half plank, right? And instead of just kind of holding this, right, could be here for a while, you want to kind of up the effort, right? You don't want to just stay here and kind of get bored and shit. So what you want to do, right, is literally just move your elbows up. It'll get harder. Move them up again. It'll get even harder. Move them back. Get a little easier. Move them back. That's the easiest, right? So again, I'll show you one more time. Dynamic plank, right? We're making the movement dynamic in the word. Okay. Then you move it even further back to make it easier. Easiest. And just kind of do that for reps or until you get comfortable with it. But like that really conditioned like my core to really when I have my body, like say for example, real quick, an archer push-up, right? I'll have my body like kind of away from center mass, right? So it requires like a little more core stability in order to hold that, like in order to perform a clean rep, right? Because the more control that you have on your core, then the better that your reps will be on pretty much any exercise that you do in calisthenics. Okay, so last exercise that I did, and this was a big one when I was like beginner, right? So it's the knee push-up. The knee push-up, a big thing that you want to make sure is that, well, it's, in case you didn't know what it was, right? It's just, you're cutting down like the amount of weight that you do from a regular push-up, right? So more of your body weight is on the ground. So again, you want to have that lean forward. And I think this really helps with what the point I'm about to get into next is. You want to make sure like your hips come down as well, and then you come back up. So like some mistakes that you can make, some big mistakes, is if you don't let your hips come down, you just kind of start doing this. Like, yeah, you're pushing something, but like you're missing out on like a lot of strength, especially in the beginner level. And like when you're just getting started, you want to make sure like you go for clean reps in the beginning, because it's just going to be a lot more frustrating if you have sloppy reps in the beginning and say like a year down the road in your calisthenics journey, like you're noticing videos of people like, you know, performing clean reps, and like you're looking at yours and they're not matching up, right? And then you find out that you were doing it wrong the whole time. So really make sure that you're getting clean reps in, concentrate on that muscle-mind connection, right? So really think about what muscles you're engaging, and this isn't a race, right? Like you don't need to be, you know, banging them out, like chest bouncing off the floor and all that stuff. Just slow, controlled movements, right? Because if you can do it slow, you can do it fast. So again, just concentrate on your body. This is your journey, right? So you want to make sure that, you know, like you do your best, right? So that's about all I have. Like, let me know in the comment section below if you want to see more beginner exercises that I did, because, you know, I'm not gonna lie, like 3 years after being into calisthenics, like you kind of forget how much of a beginner you were. Because let me tell you, like when I first started, I did 0 pull-ups. Like the only thing I could do was like a couple of knee push-ups and like hanging on the bar for like 5 seconds. So, you know, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.